There has been a message sent to former NCAA swimmer Riley Gaines, who has been defending female sports athletes against transgender people like William Thomas, who goes by Leah Thomas. And Riley Gaines, she just got blackmailed by someone who apparently goes is from the Harvard, and she shared this. A swimmer from Harvard shared this message that was sent to the entire team surrounding the Leah Thomas controversy. Here's the translation of the message that they're communicating. Let me divert your attention from inherently feeling like something is wrong. I ask you to focus on how great Leah Thomas has been. Let me emotionally blackmail you into accepting mistreatment, because otherwise you're complicit in a potential death. Exchanging your fair treatment for someone else's benefit, a male in this case, it's just a justifiable cost, and the fair treatment of women, it's just politics. Anyways, while we don't want to tell you what to do, we'll tell you it's a bad choice to fight this. Let the men in charge at the NCAA decide your fate. Immerse your thoughts and feelings in something else to avoid obvious injustice you face, and let others decide if you're worthy of fair in the competition without your input or voice. Oh, and finally, don't talk. Make no mistake, this is bigger than fairness in women's sports. They want to control how you say, think, how you feel, and what you say. So this is apparently what they send her. Leah Thomas, the conversation, the controversy surrounding Leah has been challenging to read. In particular, he focused on what is fair and what is ethical. Regardless of your personal stance, Leah has been incredibly transparent and abiding by the NCAA rules. This is a fact. Having to watch the Schuler's transition firsthand, I can tell you that it wasn't for the support of the team. He may not be here today. Life is more important than politics. While we will never tell you what to do or what to believe, it doesn't benefit our team from winning a championship. If you spend their collective energy getting frustrated, let the NCAA figure out their next steps. Let us focus on our team, and if any press reaches out, then please direct it to our sports media office, and ideally refrain from comments. So this is basically trying to silence anyone who might be female, biologically female, from speaking out and defending their rights from being taken from a person who is biologically male and oh, hey, I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I can still put me on the women's team, I can win this for you. And basically, like, all these women who, as young girls, they dreamed of, like, being an athlete, of being in, like, a certain sport they wanted to train for. So they would, when they're not in school, they would go to these sports clubs, and they will practice, they will train, and they'll try to participate in the sports teams and the schools. And they graduate high school and college, university. They will try to join their sports team over there because they want to be an athlete in the sports. And there are athletic girls who actually wanted to be like professional athletes in these sports. So these young girls that they become like young women, and these who attending college, university, trying to do this, and once they graduate, they might go on to like professional leagues outside this. And now, well, this equality of representation and anti-oppression thing going on, and they are trying to silence women. So this goes back to all like 100+ years ago when women had no right to say whatever. It was just men. Guys only had the right to do whatever, make decisions for whatever the woman to do. Because women and the girls were only told to stay at home, do the cooking and the cleaning, and make babies, or go out shopping. And they had no rights. They could not be a politician. They could not be lawyers, doctors, or have high class jobs. They couldn't even work. And women's rights, they wanted. They got their rights. And then now, currently, some people from the trans community are trying to steal this from them. And the rest of the world is kind of annoyed about this. And there are transgender people who do not approve of this, and so don't blame everyone from the transgender community for this. It's just certain people like William Thomas and whoever sent this blackmail at the gains, which technically sending stuff like that is someone is very rude and trying to silence someone just because you do not have same viewpoints, or you are trying to steal their rights. Because one person's right does not grant them higher power than the other party. And what feminism was going on now, women had trying to get the rights. Now it is just we're going backwards. So here's some things that people have said. Exactly how far should I go for the comfort of a man? Where's the line? Harvard, what exactly are you saying? What sacrifice to my own sense of safety should I to make a clear, defiant man feel affirmed? And someone else, Jennifer says, we're on the brink of, have you hugged your rapist today? When they're feeling of being convicted predators or being a prior over the basic safety of a woman in women's prison, there's really no hope for women's athletes or the rest of us in that matter. So what Jennifer Lee is talking about is there have been transgender people who have committed crimes and while they're a biological man, they say, I am a woman. And they put them in a woman's prison. And there have been times where apparently a trans woman has ended up raping some woman. And then how could this woman who is a prisoner, how could she suddenly get pregnant? Because a woman can't just get pregnant out of the blue. Because someone did it to her. And it was not during the time period where she might have had sex with her, whoever she was in a relationship with, or accidentally got raped. And the only possible reason was someone in that prison did it to her. Lori Morton has some good points. People 56,000 a year to send their children to Harvard to turn out mental cases. Education needs to be reevaluated. This person, she said, women's sports are not a consolation prize for a retirement plan for mediocre male athletes. And not only that, William Thomas versus Riley Gaines. William Thomas, the biological man, he was in like 400 something place in a competition against fellow men. He transitions and he becomes first, second, third, and compared to biological women who are professional swimmers like Riley Gaines. You see how unfair that is? The most athletic female cannot beat most athletic male in running, hiking, swimming, or any other like physical sport. Because the different athletic abilities, while they do train hard equally. Because the structure of a man, they have a man has XY chromosomes, a woman has XX chromosomes. Men only have testosterone. Women have estrogen. There's the difference. Well, there's the basic comments like Eleanor saying no man should be in a woman's team. There's this person said, what's the point of women's sports if it's just a prop for men with psychological condition? Why should a woman even play sports if it's a sad man can always take her place if he wishes? So why should women's sports even exist? Because even the original Olympics, women did not have a or even did take part or had the right to participate in summer or winter Olympics. It was all men. And Paula, yeah, she had a good point. I hate men playing in women's sports. Women work so hard to get in sports in high school. There were no women's sports back in my day. If every parent has that has their daughter in sports need to rise up and fight. And if you look at social media, you may have seen some angry dads who have been concerned about their daughters having no training hard just to get in the sports that they want to go into, and then a trans person comes in and steals the spot. And 100 years ago comment that is which is like basically women's rights, and that's why feminism got created. And basically, what we can see here is the NCAA only cared about making money and getting all these championships. And look right here. There's a star player. And since William Thomas is apparently is trans, they only gave since William Thomas tied with Riley Gaines, a biological woman. They both tied at the same time. but they only gave the trophy to William Thomas because he is a trans woman, and they don't want to look like they're anti-trans or like, and they just want to get money for like they don't want to get shunned by any higher association because you know, and the fact that William Thomas actually encouraged it's other people who are like him to do the same thing is not good for society because it's and apparently they're just trying to do like silent woman for speaking out. And if the trans people actually wanted to compete, they might as well make their own league. As one of our Riley Gaines' teammates, Hala, or whatever his name is, she said. And it's unfortunate that some people who are on the same team as Riley Gaines and Paula, they were forced to give free treatment by the university. Here's some free treatment if you have a problem with a trans person being on the team. Now hush hush. And they even threatened to kick these people off the team just for speaking out. And you know what happened to Riley Gaines? They tried a group of trans people after like Riley Gaines spoke out her viewpoints. They tried to physically harm her, and she did get hit one time, but. And thankfully, people are finally saying, stand with Riley Gaines. So, if you are a girl or a woman who has interested in being a professional in a certain sport, do not let any person who is transgender try to steal your spot. Because women fought so hard just to get their own rights, and now it's just males and transgender people who have their own rights over women, and women are being basically erased out of question. So there needs to be more people like Riley Gaines and her teammate Paula, who recently spoke out about her challenges regarding having to deal with William Thomas on her team. Which she talked about this with Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire, the same person who did the documentary "What Is a Woman." And it's kind of strange that they can say a woman. The definition of a woman is basically a person who identifies as one, but it's not identify as you are born one. Guys have penises, girls have a vagina. End of question. because we cannot continue to cater to just about anyone who has like a mental problem. The best thing we can do is help people who have these mental health problems, which also includes the people from trans community. So no one has to feel left out or get have to lose their rights. And if it was actually the people who actually deserve treatment, it's the trans people, not the woman like Riley Gaines or Paula. Support Riley Gaines.